Hello. Welcome to Dead Space 2. The sequel to Dead Space. Now, if you may remember, we're back here. It's fine. I don't know who the hell needs a whole roll of toilet paper. It's fine. Yeah, you are. Heck yeah. Let's all finish Grandia too.
Go on. This is Hedrick. You really don't hear anything when you're cleaning these bathrooms? Every shift, I swear, I hear something in the walls, like a scratching noise. When I stop moving, it stops. When I move again, it waits a bit, then comes back. Today, it followed me around right under my feet like it was stalking me. I can't take this, man. The ship is cursed. It is a bad omen that it's here. I'm putting in for a transfer. You should too.
It's fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Gravity and life support on reserve power. Primary systems offline. Main centrifuge offline for repairs.
Damn it. That's what I thought.
What?
The gravity centrifuge is under repair. I'm gonna have to go down to engineering. This should be interesting.
Is it safe?
I don't know how it could be. I'll let you know.
Just all these, just so good.
You can pretend not to be bothered, but being here with emotion doesn't matter. All this plastic and tape covering the scars. Just hide the blood and the body so no one will ever know. But you remember what happened, no matter how deeply you try to bury it.
Look, guys, it's the thing. It's the thing from the first game. But it's been scrubbed over. Alright, wants me to go this way, so I go this way. Make any pitch for other old world factions you'd like to see in Warhammer 3. Like, reworked? I think Dogs of War would be an interesting one. Oh, that you think work in the campaign? I think if I had to guess, they're probably saving the undead factions for Nagash. So, but otherwise, like, obviously, you know, Neferata is around where that game takes place. I think Games Workshop, yeah. I mean, Creative Assembly has definitely, like, shown that they are willing to, yeah.
Go on. It's Hedrick. Did you come in last shift? Did anyone? I think it's just me down here now. I got lost last night when the lights went out, and I fell down a ramp. I think, or someone tripped me. I'm all bruised on my left side, and my ankle is swollen. Are you sure you guys aren't down here? I hear something near my locker. Screw this! I'm heading up. I'm never coming back here again.
Yeah, I think Norska could be there. I also just fully believe that the game is gonna be delayed to 2022 at this point, alongside every other video game on the planet, apparently. Which is fine by me, because Pathfinder comes out next month, and, oh, this is so good. This game is so good. Surprise, motherfucker! I did not know until fairly recently that particular line came from Dexter, because I've never seen Dexter. And you know, given what I've heard about how that series ends,
Isaac, they're swarming into the ship!
yeah! Contact beam! Yeah, that's the thing I heard, is that Dexter's ending is like infamous, how terrible it is. Yeah, but honestly, I'm fine with video games being delayed. I got enough on my plate, man. Like, now that I'm done with Grandia, at some point I want to, you know, get back to Shadow Hearts
Okay,
Covenant.
Lily, it isn't safe. But I'm on my way to the centrifuge.
Just be careful.
I'll call you when it's online.
Yeah, I've heard that, how, like, too many bears in Kislev. I don't know. I think Kislev is probably the least interesting faction by default for that game. Like, even Khorne, for as much as Khorne is...
Warning. The engineering deck has not completed final cleanup and decontamination.
Khorne is at least, like, you know... pure. There is a I think a solid through line for the Khorne roster in for launch at least. But Kislev is like hybrid infantry and bears, the faction. Which is cool, don't get me wrong.
Dr. Heidi Latchford, Research Summary Organic Material Analysis. There are several shocking findings relating to the sludge-like material found throughout the Ishimura. First, it is human DNA. Second, and far more disturbing, it reanimates in the presence of a marker signal. The only conclusion we can come to is that the entire Ishimura crew was infected and reconstructed and then fell into a soupy DNA sludge when the Aegis 7 marker was destroyed.
Do you mean Zneach? Because I feel like that would be a Zneach thing, is like... The impression I got from Slaanesh is that Slaanesh is like the glass cannon faction. Like very much like fast-moving, high-damage units that maybe aren't super durable. Like even compared to Khorne. But Zneach being like very heavy magic focus, yeah, that's what I would do. And then Nurgle is going to be slow and tanky and poison, which I'm all for. Um,
Decontamination. Initializing.
See, it's like that moment from the first game.
Decontamination complete.
Except the monsters don't bust out. It's like Resident Evil Remake over here. Shattering my expectations. Remember how in Resident Evil Remake there's the whole thing where like the dogs don't jump through the window the first time you go down that hallway? Ah. It's good shit. I mean, don't you enjoy kneecapping horrific bug corpse monsters? That's why they call me Ammo Efficiency Water. Hey. No. Hey, come over here. Alright, I got a present for you. So nice of you. Boom. Boom. Think you can defeat me? Okay, let's just talk about how underrated of a choice it was to make it so that you had to attack their corpses. You had to break up their corpses. It's so good. because that wasn't in the first game. In the first game, enemies just dropped items. But in Dead Space 2, you have to stomp the corpses. And I just think that's a really underrated change, like, little touch they added. And not just because Isaac just goes, fuck, 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 every time you do it. And that's just delightful.
Entering zero gravity.
Because you see, in the first game, you have to adjust the gravity centrifuge. It's good stuff. And it's just like, hey, remember?
Ellie, I've got the centrifuge online. I'm heading back towards the tram station.
Okay. I've almost got us disconnected from the mag rail. Keep me posted.
Decontamination. Initializing.
Look at that boy crawling through those vents. Oh, look at all these children zombies that gotta get got. Oh, yeah? Eat shit, kids. Gotta teach you a real lesson. Listen to pain. Gonna decontaminate you. Gonna re-examine you. Yeah, what did they find in the rulebook? I know that, like, there's a feud between the Dragon Emperor and the Monkey King.
Isaac, Stross is starting to worry me. Listen,
I would never. But son, Daddy's not a murderer.
Stross!
I would never hurt.
he's not real.
Yes, he is. You can't see him because you haven't taken the steps, Stross.
You want me put down the screwdriver?
Step 3.
Stross! Ellie! Shit!
Yeah. So people think that, yeah, the Dragon Emperor and the Monkey King are gonna be the two starting legendary lords. Which I'm all for. I don't even know what Grand Cathay's like. If I was a game designer and had the opportunity to design an entirely new faction, yeah. I think that would be a fun little thing. All right, I'm gonna put the Seeker rifle back and yeah, I guess he was put into power by Clan Eshin, so, you know, ninja rats. Ninja rats. I'm just gonna save money because I assume at some point the game will inevitably give me another suit. Yeah. Sometimes you are dramatic strings. There's always Pang.
Isaac. Damn it, that hurts. The bastard bit me.
What? Ah, shit. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. But he stopped talking. He won't look at me. How's it going at your end? And please tell me this plan is going to work.
I'm almost there. I'm headed to the bridge now to activate the gravity tethers.
Well, good. They're swarming in through a hole in the medical deck. At least you won't have to go through there.
Unexpected obstruction ahead. Shutting down. Welcome to the medical deck.
Crap.
Heyo. Sorry, lady, I'm too busy scavenging money. See, this is great. This is great. Like, someone... who worked on this game was like... You know what? You know what? We should put a black light on the Ishimura, bro. And they're right. They were right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Lol. Those things have a blast radius. Hey man, not cool. I mean, if we want to talk about like fantasy sci-fi connections, could always talk about like how Starfinder takes place in a world where the fantasy world of Pathfinder disappeared like hundreds of years in the past. And so now all of the standard races from Pathfinder are like endangered, basically. Endangered space vagabonds.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I just can't believe what's happening. It's strange.
I wish I liked Starfinder as well. But as a system, it is everything that annoys the shit out of me about Pathfinder, with few of the benefits. Just to be like, I think the thing that kills it for me specifically is just how gear focused it is. And I think one of the things I actually kind of appreciate about 5th edition is your character is your character. Whereas so much of Pathfinder, and especially Starfinder, is a lot of your character is your gear. No. And then Pathfinder 2 drove me in. Like, I've shared this story a couple times, but the time I GM'd a Pathfinder 2 group broke me in a way, broke me of that system in a way I still cannot fully fathom. Like, I'm not against loot, and I'm not against loot tables, because I feel like 5th edition has the opposite problem, where loot is so meaningless half the time, because you are so heavily... like, you are so heavily disincentivized as a GM to make loot because of, like, attunement limits. There's a lot I really like about Starfinder and Pathfinder, but also, like, I really like not having to do the math. To be perfectly honest. I just think the way Pathfinder 2 scales drives me, like, the way Pathfinder 2 scales DC and armor class and attack bonus and even, like, damage to a certain extent with level just means you are dealing with stupid high numbers immediately, and I hate it. I hate it. Also, there are no full spellcasters in, well, to be clear, I only looked into Starfinder when the core rulebook came out, so I can't speak to how it has developed, because, you know, certainly Pathfinder First Edition became a very different beast by the time they finished. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're gonna get the plasma cutter to set fools on fire. Okay. That was an entire room full of nothing but healing items. Which, don't get me wrong, I appreciate, but... part of it is just what you're coming to these games for, and Pathfinder 2 understands that the people who came into Pathfinder are the people who love theory crafting character builds and then not actually playing tabletop RPGs. Because that's the audience they developed. They adopted the 3-5 or you know, 3-5 holdouts, and they said, "Oh no, you thought you were crazy before." Yeah. I mean, listen, sometimes the ghost of your dead girlfriend comes to haunt you. And she's kind of a bitch about it. You know? So, that is what Pathfinder is designed for. And Pathfinder 2 is the culmination of that. Which, once again, why I am excited for it in video game form, where the computer does all the math for me. And I don't have to do it for myself. Anyway, I'm getting the distinct impression that maybe,
Entering zero gravity.
you know, I think we might do a see about asking folks about like when we want to do a section 0. And I get the general impression that people don't want to play Pathfinder. Weirdly enough. Like, yeah, the other thing with Pathfinder is just, like, even if you are, like, you know, intentionally going light on the rules that you are allowing your players, there's still just a lot of homework. And that's, you know, one of the reasons why 5th edition is good, because 5th edition, you don't have to make very many choices unless you go real deep into multi-classing. And, you know, even stuff like, which is, hey, another reason why we should just do one of them old school rule sets where you don't have to deal with choice, but also it's weird and complicated. It's the best of both worlds. Dungeon Crawl Classics tells you that you should spellcasters, or at least wizards gotta they roll for all their spells randomly. And, like, yes, you can eventually learn spells from scrolls, but you gotta work for it a little bit. It's great.
Exiting zero gravity.
you see, as a playing GM for Pathfinder means you also have to some extent, do homework for your players, because you need to make sure that they're not, like, you need to know what you're dealing with.
Allison Landers, this is Brandon LaRoche. Thank you for identifying Ishimura archive footage and rig logs that could potentially contradict the official storyline of its demise at Aegis 7. It is critical that no word of the artifact's recovery ever be surfaced. It is disturbing that such records still exist this many years after the incident. We have locked ourselves for Earth's access, and we'll be replacing them with EarthGov specialists. Please contact me once the replacements arrive.
Another reason why we should... I mean, I calculate most DCs as just like multiples of 5. Just... That's usually how I deal with it. But in Pathfinder, you can't do that because everything scales so high and so quickly. Another reason why we should just go back to old school D&D. Boom. See, the contact beam is good because it's just the magnum. It's the magnum of Dead Space. Like, I get the impression that my experience with Pathfinder 2 would have been a lot more enjoyable had I just gave in and used one of Paizo's official modules. That is the impression I get, honestly. Because then they do all the hard work for you, and it is scaled and balanced. But this was like my first big... one of my first big homebrew campaigns. And I think I did a pretty good job, all things considered. But yeah, I eventually just had to ask my players, like, I need to stop because this is way more work than I want to do.
Captain's nest to activate the tethers.
All right. The centrifuge looks full to full power from here.
Great. Let's hope this works. It'll be tight. You ready?
All set. I'll wait for your signal.
Gravity tethers engaged.
I also love that, like, Dead Space 2 is just an ongoing saga of Isaac Clarke
Isaac, we crossed the track. but we're
blowing
tying him
everything
off.
the fuck up.
See what I see, Ellie. I promise it won't hurt.
Just put down the screwdriver!
Trust, no!
Proximity warning. Impact detected. Guidance system malfunction. Guidance systems offline.
Oh shit.
Graceful impact.
Isaac, are you there? You're right, Isaac. The Ishimura is a great ship. I am so lucky to be serving it.
Hydration check.
You made me stick with it. You made me stick with it. You made me stick with it.
Oh, I feel guilty because I told my girlfriend to serve on the ghost ship. Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. I promise. This won't hurt a bit. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Trust!
Stick a needle in your eye.
Trust!
Yatsu, look away. Okay, it's fine. We won't get the fun eye needle stuff until later. Yeah, she gets an eye patch. And then in Dead Space 3, they give her a robot eye. And also, the way they handle her character in Dead Space 3 is just really embarrassing. Like a lot of that game's plot. Begone, foul demon, I will set you afire with the holy fire of the Lord. Like, the entirety of Dead Space 3 would be better without Norton. Like, if you got rid of Norton, Dead Space 3 would immediately be a better game. And, like, just the... Stasis! It's very good in this game. No. Carver is the co-op character, and he sucks, kinda. But, like, the stuff with him is at least, like, real interesting if you are playing co-op. It does some fun, like, one player sees one thing and the other player does not with him, and that shit's great.
Why did you do it, Strauss?
I can't face it. I thought Ellie could. I had to make her see step 3.
What can't you face? What's the last step?
Her. What they were afraid of, that I face her and destroy the monster. But it's too much. You have control. You need to see step 3.
Strauss!
No, Norton is the commander dude, and there's just a real bad love triangle subplot that lasts way too long, and it's just like the fate of humanity is at stake, but we need to have this bad, like, bunch of characters acting like idiots. No. You'll see that on this channel eventually, I bet. Give me that power node. Daddy Isaac needs his... No! There we go. Look, there was even another power node there. And now the plasma cutter is strong enough to one-shot these things, so that's nice. Hit me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is getting... Actually, I want to talk about how Britney Spears is finally free. I want to talk about free Britney. Because I'm happy for her. Yeah, boy. Yeah, good for her. I mean, yes. Yes, the system that put her in that situation still exists. But, you know, gotta take our victories where we can. And of course by our, I mean, multi-millionaire pop stars. Hey. Hey. All late 90s pop stars are destitute? Yeah. Well, you know, the 90s were a bad time. I can still sing several Backstreet Boys songs from memory. And by several, I mean like 2. You know. Bought Spice Girls trading cards. Hey. Oh, yeah, no, that sounds right. I vaguely remember my older sisters doing stuff with like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys because they were the appropriate age. I was a little too young. Just a little. Just a little, baby. That's a joke because I shot the zombie babies and they blew up. Too dark? Too dark. I'm sure that's like I'm sure you can still buy photo prints of every single K-pop star, every single member of BTS. And alas, I cannot name the members of BTS. And I did not try their chicken nugget meal either. I'm such a fraud. BTS is great. From like the 5 songs of theirs I've ever heard. Now you know that they exist. Now you know who Travis Scott is. Because as a white man, I'm like, what's a Travis Scott? Is that a Pokemon? And then I find out, oh, he's actually he's a very big musician and well liked and respected, and did a Fortnite concert. And I'm all like, oh, that's cool. I like I don't like McDonald's, to be clear. Although I did have I think I've said this before, I tried a Big Mac for the first time this year. And it turns out Big Macs are actually pretty fucking good. Which, hey, surprise, surprise. That sounds like a great life.
Attention ship workers. Be mindful of the nearest survival chamber. These are your only hope of survival should a cave-in occur.
Oh, right. This part. I love how there's just a big chunk of this game where it's like, oh, right, this part. That's... So...
Isaac, we've been waiting for you. Now it's your turn. Oh God. Ellie, step 3.
You owe me an eye, you bastard!
Ah yes, the mentally ill magic man, who doesn't actually help you at all with this game. Like, in the story, Strauss is a red herring. Yeah.
Ellie lied. She won't help. But you go, Isaac. You'll see her after step 3.
Isaac, he's run off. Deeper into the mines.
I've got problems on this end too. Get somewhere safe.
I'll try.
There we go. There was an eye here. Oh. Space movement is... yeah. Having free movement in space turns out, makes this stuff a lot more enjoyable. How was, Odin Sphere, Relkin? How... It looks like you were near the end of that game. As someone who owns that game and has never played it, I need to know, am I a left riser?
Ellie, I'm back
Should I
inside.
rise
Where
some
are you?
left?
Where's Strauss?
I'm safe for now, but he's lost it. I think he's coming for you. I found something you're gonna want to see. Here's my location. Oh, hurry and get here. I'm not in any shape to be fighting.
I'll get there as soon as I can. Stay safe.
It's that or get Wayne to Grimoire. Because, that's on PS3. You had to beat the game 4 times to see the real ending? Gross. What is this? Ghosts and Goblins? What? I didn't know the A&W restaurants were totally different in Canada. Time to use heavy mining equipment to disembowel. See, I have not been to an A&W in literal years as well. And the one thing I remember about the A&Ws, oh, that sounds way better. One thing I remember about the A&Ws is just like, hey, guess what? Their root beer tastes better than the stuff you can buy off the shelf. Oh, sir. See, you upgrade the flamethrower and it will wreck shit. I just want to point this out. Oh yeah, man, I still have a bunch of healing items. Does all the food give off a ton of grease? Like the like the country? I'm sorry. I just very into the I mean, I had a really good gyro the other week. Yes. I mean, I need to talk about this place that was in my college town that was very much a like the cheapo burger place. And it was there's a very specific type of like American Greek fast food where it's like you got these fairly big homestyle cut fries, and it's a burger place that serves like 20 something different kinds of burgers. This was the cheap burger place. Like their stuff was cheaper past 8, so that's how they stayed in business. But it's also the kind of burger place where you can like buy a freaking gyro, because of course. Oh no, is it soft locking again? Is the game fucking soft lock again? I had a really good gyro the other week, and also that was the day I I want to try poutine. But so is New York Fries the Sbarro of Canadian malls? Shout out to my Sbar heads, but yeah. That Euro was also the day I got the worst reflux I've ever gotten in my entire life. So Sbarro is terrible. Also, I've not had it in more than a decade. Like, when I think malls, I think Aunt Annie's Pretzels, I think Sbarro, and I think, like, freaking teriyaki places. Okay, not that too far back. Don't trust mall pizza. Don't get me wrong, I will fuck with Aunt Annie's. Because sometimes you just want to die in carbohydrates. Oh, geez. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, Aunt Annie's is the pretzel place. Aunt Annie's is here if you want to... Yeah, it's an airport place.
Attention shift workers. Your work practices are being monitored at all times. Please show pride in your work.
That is 100%, what's his bucket? Richard Epcar, I think. Sounds like him, if it's not. Because that sounds like Bato to me. Some places, there's actually a really good local pizza place where I live. But sometimes... Alright, here's my life hack. Here's Arbitrary Water's life hack. Is that, honestly, just go to, like, frickin' Blaze. And yeah, you get less food for your dollar, but at the end of the day, you're still full. And if you really want more food, you can pay $2 extra for the thick crust if you want. And then you also have the added benefit of not feeling like a corpulent mass of death after eating too much pizza. Okay, so Blaze Pizza is a make-your-own... Yeah, it's a regional chain, I think. It is a make-your-own... Yeah, Blaze and Mod Pizza are basically the exact same thing. I think Mod's a little bit better, but... Oh, hello. But I feel like if I'm going to have Lonely Pizza, which
Sauce, what are you doing?
You have to face her for me! Tell her I didn't mean to do it!
Sauce, it's me!
See her!
It's Isaac! Tell her!
Trust! Step 3! Step 3! Oh god. Why did you do it, Strauss?
not a nice tab, just a side of the face tab. You will know. Anyway, hi, video games. I want to tell you that most mentally ill people will not try to stab you in the eye. And I think you should address that. What's up, bitch? Oh, I lost my loot.
Audio log read number 438642. I've been selected for a special secret mission down in the core systems on the Shard. I hope I can do them proud. Alton be praised.
Attention shippers. All persons are subject to search upon exiting the lines. Mineral resources, precious or otherwise, will be confiscated.
I've played a video game before. You can't tell me a giant cargo elevator is it just for one thing and one thing alone. Giant cargo elevators? Those exist? Because they're just a bunch of enemies. And a small area you need to fight them in. Yeah. Ah! He swept the leg. Contact beam's alt fire is underrated.
One shred, one light, one bright shining star you quantum in this universe. Am I your guilt? Forcing the life out of you because you can't get over the fact that I'm dead and you're responsible. Why do you keep fighting me? Why can't you let go?
Because You are my everything. And if I let you go, I've got nothing left.
Step 4. Acceptance. Now you're ready to finish this.
I mean, dude, you got bigger problems than just, like, your girlfriend being dead. Yeah, now we're dead spacing. Except honestly, I just like the big, stupid, clunky one so much. Like, what is this streamlined video game looking suit? Scrimping around in couch cushions so I can buy another power node. See, to get a faster chart, another charge boost on the contact beam, I would have to invest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes, which admittedly, having the charge beam charge stupid fast is not a bad thing. Yes. Yes, so Zealot difficulty is the thing you want to play on using New Game Plus. Boost the flamethrower some more. Like, Zealot difficulty is basically balanced around New Game Plus, like you importing your stuff in because it's ridiculously hard otherwise. No! My money! And then there is hardcore difficulty, which you have to beat the game for. And if I remember correctly, hardcore you cannot New Game Plus into. Hardcore you have to start at scratch. Although I believe the enemies are about at,
Isaac, over here. Looks like the mechanic was dragged away before he could finish fixing this.
I believe the enemies are about as strong as they are in this difficulty.
Well, I'm not sorry about that. So what happens now? I thought you needed Stross to destroy the marker.
Stross couldn't lead us to the marker. He was running away from his guild.
What about you?
I'm not running anymore. I know what I have to do. Well, this drill's a stroke of good luck finally. Why don't you get up to the cab and try to get it started? I'll look for the other power cell.
All right. See what I can do from up here.
Yeah, that's the real thing with... So yeah, the real thing with hardcore is that you literally just have limited save slots. You can save 3 times. Which is... It's kind of like doing Resident Evil 2, the Resident Evil 2 remake on the... Trying to get an S+ ranking on hardcore. Because you can't use any bonus weapons and you can only make 3 hard saves. Diamond semiconductor.
I think I've hot-wired the system to bypass the nav cards. Thank God.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I need to stomp you for fire.
Well, it's standard. There should be another one around here somewhere.
I'll look. Any luck up there?
Well, no. Not now.
Right. It doesn't recognize the new junction.
I think I've got it from up here. What? I didn't hear you.
Nothing. Nothing.
I did it! I got it started. There, there's a lift on the other side. I'll turn around, you can get on.
Thanks.
flamethrower really does make these enemies well, I think the pulse rifle would do the same thing, honestly. Pulse rifle's actually quite good in this game too. It's definitely a lot better than it is in Dead Space 1, where it has like that alt fire that's useless. Anyway, I'm just farming these children. Don't mind me. Delicious. Give me your ammo, children. Yes, yes, yummy, yummy. Yes. Although, that said, the reward you get in this game for finishing the game on hardcore is real good. It's just that by the time you get it, you won't ever need to use it. Truly, the infinite rocket launcher. Oh, fine. We'll go this way. Look how much more ammo I have now. Right.
Okay, I'm on.
Alrighty, let's see what this beast can do.
Anyway. This is just that truck sequence from Resident Evil 4. I just love that you're digging your way through gross necromorph ooze. Like, every set piece in this game is just someone going, let's do something crazy and kinda gross. Yeah, I know. No problem. Don't worry. Need a leg.
whoa! Stop!
Looks like we reached the foundation pylons of the government sector.
So how do we get in there?
Straight ahead. We do have a giant drill.
You know I'm right on top of this thing, right?
Ellie!
I believe that is the only cut to black in this entire game.
Well, we can compare bruises later. But at least we made it, right? And this is most definitely government sector. And I'm guessing that marker of yours is behind that huge door over there.
Well, we better move fast. Those things are gonna find a way up the hole we drilled. There's gotta be an elevator or something connecting these floors. I'm gonna try to make my way to you.
All right, I'll meet you halfway.
All right, you know what? I think we'll call it here, and next time will be probably the last stream, because ZombiePod is going to finish Grandia, which I finished last night. But you should watch it with him, because the ending of that game gets real anime. And honestly, at some point, I'm probably going to play more Daikatana because I'm broken. So, thanks everyone for watching. And I'll see you again in a bit. Bye.